we have issues here and there and everything, this is the time for us to build trust among ourselves, believe that we are one, and we can save this country. Countries are survived by population. This is time to remove our division. We have all tried, we voted religion. Let's vote competence. It is time to go. Let's vote capacity and competence and everything. Let's make this work. It can work. There's people who, let's hold our leaders responsible. This time we claim is about 600,000 square kilometers. The entire north is about 20% more than Ukraine. And they are poor, they do not Ukraine to support us economically. And people accepted Ukraine. When the entire north does not Ukraine, we cannot continue that. It is unfair to us. Like I said before, Bangladesh produces about 50 to 60 million tons of rice. Nigeria cannot produce 10% of that. The entire Nigeria is 6 times the size of Bangladesh. They are 148, we are 900 and something. You can go on and on. Small states like Vietnam that came out of war can feed itself and export food. 5 states of the north, Vietnam is 300,000. 5 states of the north, Niger, Borno, Taraba, Kaduna, and Bauchi in the north. I've maintained, and I still maintain, the insecurity in Nigeria, especially in the north, rests on poverty. The rest of all that has been mentioned and everything. I've been in the financial industry for years, and I can tell everybody this, you can go and verify this in this country. I was in the financial industry. When you look for cash, you go to Kano. When you look for cash, they go to Kano was #1 place for cash, because then we had all the factories in Bombay, in Sharadamba, in Sharanti. Go to Kano today, those industries are not there.
Obedient.
Go to Kaduna, there's no industry. There's no industry again in Kaduna. We used to put Kaduna Trade Fair 2 years for it to get the space. Today nobody goes there. We used to go to Meduguri for cash. Today nobody goes there. That is the poverty. And when you have poverty, you have criminality that you cannot control. Because when people don't know where the next thing will go from, you can never control your action. And they easily recruit. But in all these, it all rests squarely on governance, on government to solve. And I've always said the North can change Nigeria. The greatest asset of this country is in the North. We can make more money, I say every year, we can make more money from farm agriculture than we make from oil. And I'm happy to prove in everything. This entire country produces less than 6 million tons of rice. That is less than 10% of all Bangladesh. Bangladesh produces about 60 to 60 million tons of rice. Nigeria cannot produce 10% of that. The entire Nigeria is 6 times the size of Bangladesh. There are 148, there are 900 and something. You can go on and on. Small states like Vietnam that came out of war can feed itself and responsible. and invest in the North, what the North requires investment, support, policies that can drive it, and it is doable, and this is something you can see changing as we start.
Hello, great people. You just watched the video of Mr. Peter Obi's speech at the coalition meeting organized by the National Political Consultative Group. I must tell you that that particular video that you just watched, majority of the people in that gathering are Northerners. In fact, it is safe to assert that 97 to 98% of the people in that particular gathering are Northerners. And what can we bring out from it? What can we bring out from Mr. Peter Obi's speech? And what is the significance of this particular kind of gathering for Mr. Peter Obi and his 2027 presidential ambition? First, we must not fail to rule out the role of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, because in a gathering like this, it takes the effort of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar to launch Peter Obi to that particular platform. And if you watch the video which Alhaji Atiku Abubakar himself posted, which is like a promotion for Mr. Peter Obi, and kudos to Atiku Abubakar for playing the leader and the good big brother role. This is what Nigerians expect of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Instead of him being selfish, instead of practicing the me, myself, and I kind of politics, it is good to see that he is projecting Peter Obi to the north. He is launching him to the political stakeholders and the people that are influential in the north. So we must not fail to point out the role of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, because if not for Atiku Abubakar, maybe some of these people would not kind of like reason the way of Mr. Peter Obi. So kudos to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar for connecting Obi to the north. And also, let us look at the speech that Peter Obi gave. I can tell you as a political scientist that Obi is being political and is doing so the right way. And you understand what I mean by that in a moment. You can be political the wrong way, and you can also be political the right way. You can also be political, finding a middle ground in between. But I can tell you from what I listened to in that particular video, which I listened to very carefully, from Mr. Peter Obi's speech and his general conduct in that gathering, Mr. Peter Obi is being political and is being political the right way. What do I mean by that? He's being political the right way by aligning with the North. If the result of the 2023 presidential election is anything to go by, you know that one thing that Mr. Peter Obi needs is the North. In the 2023 presidential election, if you look at it, that the region that Mr. Peter Obi needs more support, the region he needs to work on based on the result of the election is the North. If you look at it well, where Mr. Peter Obi does not have a kind of like significant support, it's also the North. And that's why I said Mr. Peter Obi is being political the right way by aligning with the North. And if you look at his conduct in that particular gathering, Mr. Peter Obi took his time to greet everybody in that particular gathering, as in the leaders at the front row. He took his time, he was even almost prostrating, for some he was bending, trying to be humble. That is a very good strategy, portraying himself as an humble leader, portraying himself as somebody that is approachable and displaying his humility. And that's why I said Mr. Peter Obi is being political and is doing so the right way. And in his speech, even Mr. Peter Obi was being pro-North in his speech. He was very pro-North. All the things that he was saying was what the Northerners would like to hear. And I will go into details of that in a moment. And what I can say before going into the details of that is that if you look at Mr. Peter Obi, he seems to be wearing this national garment now rather than the sectional garment. He's trying to rub off the idea that, oh, he is a Southeasterner, he is pro-Igbo. So now Mr. Peter Obi in year 2025 is preparing for an election in 2027, and he has started aligning with the North, which is a very good strategy. Now back to Mr. Peter Obi's speech. If you look at his speech well, Obi was sensitizing the North. What a kind of like good speech in the sense of being politically correct. He was remembering them of the good past and walking them through the prosperous future. He was remembering them of the good past. He was kind of like bringing forth their potentials to them and walking them through the prosperous and realizable future. I am speaking to you from the lens of a political scientist. You may disagree with me. If you are an engineer, if you are a lawyer, if you are a tailor, and you are disagreeing with the analysis of a political scientist in this regard, all I can say is good luck to you. But for Mr. Peter Obi, that particular speech, you can reverse this video and go and rewatch it again and go and view that particular clip again. He was remembering the North of the good past and walking them through the prosperous, achievable future. And that's why I rate that speech a very brilliant speech. And I think Mr. Peter Obi was prepared to take that golden opportunity to be able to market himself. So it now boils down on the people to whether accept him or not, and to take his message to the Talakawas, the Mekunus, the have-not, and the masses in the North. So with Northern support, Obi could become an unstoppable force. With the support of the North, if care is not taken, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not be able to stop Obi. Obi would become a very unstoppable force if the North can give him support. If he continues to win out in the North, then Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be very careful. And the big question is, Atiku and Obi, who should be the president or who will be the president? Well, the future in the next few days and months, definitely it will become clearer to the people. But on this, Mr. Peter Obi has done right and is on the right track. Kudos to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar for projecting Mr. Peter Obi to the North. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politics with your short plug, Dr. Omoshola. Subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past video. See you in my next video. I love you all sincerely.